I was just trying to text you that I got in.
All right, like I said, I'm doing two things at one time. I see, Dave. Thank you.
No, that's all right.
Oh
I
gosh.
was just a little panicked there when I
Hang on.
couldn't get in.
Hey, Bill.
Hey, this is John on the dial-in.
Hi, John.
Hello.
Let's see if we get enough people. I know Jesse's out of town and Christina.
Hello, Judy. Can you hear me?
Hi, Garth.
Garth, yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
You can't see me, right?
No, I can't see you. If you're making faces at me or whatever, it's all to yourself.
Okay, very good.
Now it looks like we got a few. Let's see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it looks like we got the board.
Hi, Judy. It's Angie.
Hi, Angie.
Hi.
That's Hugh. Hi, Hugh.
Hi, Judy.
Hi.
Hi, Angie. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Okay, we'll give it one more minute, and I think we have enough people now anyway.
Yeah, Judy, I just got a call from Bill. He's working on it. He had the same problem with the website issues, so.
Yep. That's why I'm giving it a minute. Oh, by the way, it's all Paul's fault. No, just joking.
100%. I'll take full responsibility for what? I have no idea.
No, no,
I get blamed anyway, so it doesn't matter.
no, it's not. Hey, I'm still not on the website as the chair either, and it's been almost a year, so yeah.
Well, yeah, now there's nobody to fix it either, so.
Yeah, we just let these things go. Let me know if you see Bill before I do. I see names, but
I told him to call me back if he had a problem, so.
okay. I mean, for the most part, he does have some minutes before we get to his part of the agenda, so.
And I don't know how long he's gonna stay because he wants to listen in on the special board of ed meeting too, so.
Ugh, yeah.
Oh, you know what? I meant to send you. I wrote a letter as well. I'll forward it to you.
Thank you.
Don't worry, I didn't mention your name more than 6 times.
Actually,
Thank
there
you.
right now, Paul.
Yeah, I went to the last one. I was gonna say something, but by the time they had the comments, it was so late, I just went home. So I figured I needed to write something anyway.
Just got a email from Kara with another attachment to display.
I think I sent it to you guys.
No, there's a second one. She just sent it like 5 minutes ago.
Okay, I didn't
Oh,
do that one.
No, I'll send it out for you, Judy. And I don't know who the facilitator is tonight. They're not. Is it
Hello,
Mike?
computer person.
Is it?
It's John.
It's John. John, Kara asked, hang on, let me reread it. She said, can you put this on the screen when I ask for it to be displayed? I don't know. Can I send it to you to do that when she wants it? Or can you just make my screen shareable?
Yeah, and at this point, any one person at a time is able to share the screen.
Okay. So just when it comes up, I can bring it up and share it on my screen and people can look at it. But I'll send it to everybody as soon as I can stop moving my mouse around.
That's okay. Yeah, I asked her which way she would be comfortable, if she wanted to send a written or a presentation, and I left it up to her.
So there we go. There we go.
Let me know when you're done and we'll start the meeting. Bill can
Okay.
catch up.
All right, it should be going out right now. It doesn't have a subject line in it for people, so don't freak out. It comes from me.
Thank you. As always.
Now I have to find it so I can bring it up on my screen. All right, there we go. All right. Be right back.
Okay, John, we're gonna go.
Yeah, I think he's already recording it, actually.
You're already recording. You're all set.
Okay. We're starting the meeting at 7:03, call to order. Okay, roll call of members. Angie DeSanto,
I'm here.
John Kopek. You still here, John? Ruh-roh.
Yes, I'm here.
There
Okay.
he is.
I thought I lost
I'm
you.
also I'm physically
okay.
at the Board of Education meeting, so I'm kind of
Oh, you're like doing the two-step, huh?
yes.
Well, we'll try to get this done as quickly as possible, so we can all see what's going on. Okay, Paul. Let's see, Paul Larga.
Here.
Garth Bean,
Yes.
and Jesse said he wasn't going to be here. Esther Hugh
Yep. Here.
and Christina Davis said no, she wasn't going to be here. Okay, so Hugh, I'm going to seat you for Jesse.
Okay, I vote no.
Oh boy. Okay, so we have 5 seated. Angie, Garth, nope, 6 including me. Angie, Garth, John, Paul, and Hugh. All right, communications. You guys have heard us discussing the schools having a meeting tonight on the superintendent and his future there. I really don't know a lot of what's going on, so I'm afraid to speak to it because I haven't heard both sides of the story. But the meeting is going on, and after this, if you'd like to join, it would be a good idea. As far as any other communications, I don't have any currently. Paul, did you get anything extra? Your speaker's not on.
Sorry. I didn't want you to hear the radio blasting in the background. The only thing I received was a conversation between Christine Abacoff and the tax collector regarding the motion for the account suspense. So that became an agenda item so we can fix the motion because there was some concern about how the motion read regarding the parcels versus, excuse me, accounts. So we can discuss that when it comes up in the agenda. That was it.
Thank you. Okay, public comments. Anybody have a comment? Okay, we'll move on to approving the minutes of Thursday, June 9th, 2022. Hang on a second here. Does anybody want a motion to approve those minutes?
I will, Angie.
John, second.
Okay, is there discussion?
Well, since I read them, I don't remember anything crazy.
Okay, you guys are awful quiet tonight. This ought to go quick, or you're interested in the meeting. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. I only hear 4 ayes. Who else is it?
I have to abstain because I did not attend.
Same with Garth.
Okay, so we got 4 ayes and 2 abstain. Thank you, guys.
Hey,
Okay,
there's
new
Bill.
business. He's just in time.
Just in
Good
time.
evening.
Good evening, Bill. You're just in time. We're right at your spot for the
How do you like
selectmen's
that?
update.
Thank you very much. I'm going to only join you in audio today because I was in a little accident Monday and I'm not a pretty sight, so don't take it
Oh.
personal.
You okay?
I'm okay, just as Paul and Kara could probably attest to, it's not a pretty picture. Well,
Oh, boy.
anyway,
Geez, now we want to see it.
I know, now the mystery, huh?
Yeah, don't tease us like that.
Well, I've got some updates. I'll be as brief as I can. First of all, I'd like to congratulate Paul Varga on his election last Tuesday as chief of the Ashford Volunteer Fire Department, as well as his staff of officers. Thank you on behalf of the town and, of course, personally for your service to the community and the responsibility that you've taken on. But thank you, Paul, and congratulations. I did have a couple of inquiries when that was first announced about whether or not Paul could continue to serve on the Board of Finance. And I did consult with town council and said that that was not an issue, that he could serve in both positions. The only thing he suggested that Paul consider abstaining if there's a specific vote on any funding regarding the fire department. So anyway, just in case anybody, if you get the same question that was posed to me, I wanted to let you know that we have checked that out and everything is fine.
Yeah, that's normal protocol if you're
Yeah.
part of a group that you abstain.
Yep. Linda Gagney, had a conversation with her this afternoon and happily report our revenues above and beyond our anticipated amount are at approximately 235,000 and counting. I'd also remind everybody that she's worked out, because she's anticipating a very busy July, so she's worked out new office hours for her office, and they are on the town webpage. If anybody wants to familiarize yourself with them, we're trying a new plan down there, and hopefully I'm sure as she does everything diligently, it will work out just fine, but just remind everybody of that. We have posted the treasurer's position in a number of different areas, newspapers and other areas. It closes on the 29th of June. We've got several calls, but I'm not sure if we've got any applications actually in yet. On the bad news side, we had some vandalism at the South Cemetery on Pumpkin Hill. We're told by our tombstone restore company that we use a vendor regularly that the damage is almost $31,000. and counting. Somebody went in with a steel brush, and I don't know if they thought they were doing a good thing or not, but it's considered vandalism. It was reported to the state police. There's an investigation going on, but they actually used the steel brush on the names and the dates of the tombstones, and that expedites the wearing out of the tombstones themselves. So it's been reported to our insurance carrier, and we're looking into restoration on that. Part of good news, I had a meeting this week with our rec director, and last year total revenues for the rec commission was $800, and obviously primarily as a result of COVID. The last time she and I spoke, she was at 34,000 and counting. There's a major increase in activities and signups and that sort of thing. So hopefully it's a good indication that the town's coming back somewhat to normal. On July 5th at 7 o'clock, we're going to have a Zoom meeting, a public hearing on ARPA funding recommendations by the Board of Selectmen. That will be adjourned to a town meeting, and we've listed some priorities on things that we'd like to get in the works, and we've decided that we'd like to bring them to town meeting for a vote. So I encourage all of you folks, of course, anybody else, you can pass the word to please participate in that town meeting on July 5th.
Bill, I have a question. Angie.
Hi, Angie.
Hi. Do we have a list of that? Is that going to be in the Citizen or ones that you're considering or whatever?
Yes, they are. And then
Great.
there's going to be a list of those, and we're just finishing up. There's going to be on our webpage, that list is going to also have a brief narrative on each of those items.
Great.
Published with this month's Citizen.
Okay.
All right. July 3rd, we're going to have a parade. It's going to start at the firehouse and end at Tremco Lane. We've got the Babcock Band, and we've got the Ashford Choraleers. I understand Uncle Sam is going to make a guest appearance. And hopefully people will come out and celebrate our town and our freedom. That's also going to be on the front page of the Citizen on our webpage. I know the school is going to be sending out notice to all of their folks. So we're hoping for a good turnout. Along with celebrating the holiday weekend, the fire department, Station 20, and also Public Works Department is going to have an open house on that Saturday, the 2nd, from 11 in the morning until 1 in the afternoon. We hope people will come and see how their hard-earned dollars are spent on Class A equipment and utilized. So we encourage everybody to please pass the word and join us on those open houses. On a serious note, I'm sure you folks are aware of it, but as you know, I've been attending most of the Board of Ed meetings, and including in most of their executive sessions. And I'm not letting anything out of the bag. All you have to do is go up and look at their agenda for tonight. And there's some very serious implications of what is transpiring at the school. And I think it has implications of some tough times coming up and potential cost to the town if worst case scenario happens. So I'd encourage you to familiarize yourself with that, and hopefully we'll be able to reach it. They'll be able to reach a resolution on what's going on. But right now it's pretty serious. Having said that, if anybody has any questions about any of those things or anything else that I can answer, be glad to try to do that. I do intend on leaving you folks earlier. I am going to try to join the Board of Ed meeting directly after this.
So, Bill, the repercussions or the very seriousness down the road that could cost that, would it cost the town or cost the school?
Well, it's probably more to ask an attorney, but the impression that I have what cost the school cost the town. But I believe anything that they would incur for costs would come out of their budget. And then I also believe for any additional funding, they would have to come to the Board of Finance for consideration. Of course, if it's over $20,000, it would have to go to a town meeting.
Okay. I'm
That's
sure
my
there'll be more.
understanding, Judy. I haven't got quite that far because I didn't want to get ahead of myself but that's certainly something that we'll have to be looking into and familiarizing ourselves a little if worst case scenario happens up there.
Okay, I was just curious. I'm sure there'll be more conversation.
Oh, I'm sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hope you feel better.
Thank you.
Okay, next on the agenda is Miss Kara. Are you still there? Kara?
It looks like she disappeared, but I just got an email forwarded that had a PDF with the equalized grand list. I don't know if is that what you guys are looking for?
Yeah, but she was going to give us a presentation and speak to the,
You had a whole packet that we forwarded out. I wonder if when she did that, she accidentally cut herself off the meeting.
oh, maybe when she tried to load up. Let's give her a couple seconds and see if she can get back on.
It looked like she was in the office. Let me see if I can.
She is in the office. I just banged on the floor to her.
Is she supposed to know what that is, Bill? Like an ogre?
That's our country signal, yeah.
You don't have an intercom, Bill? You just three. Well, how's that go? Knock 3 times on the ceiling?
There we go.
Oh, geez. Oh, congratulations, Paul. I did not know that. You became chief.
It's top secret.
Who'd you replace?
Tom Borgman stepped down.
Oh,
Kara's back, I think.
There she is. Found her.
hi, Kara.
Just to elaborate a little more on Tom Borman, Mike Gardner is retiring as our emergency management director after many years of service and trying to resign for 2 years. He is stepping down and Tom Borman is going to fill those shoes. He said for a year. So there's a transition there in both spots.
He just can't relax, can he?
He never will.
Hi, Kara. It's your turn to come do your presentation.
Yeah, I lost the internet connection. I can't get on from my computer, so I'm on my phone. Okay.
Do you want to postpone it?
No, I mean, as long as everyone has the handout, I'll just talk about it, but.
Okay.
And John says we have the ability to share it. So if you want, I'll pull it up and as you go through, I'll try to, you can just point or tell me what you need me to show.
Okay.
Let me just get it so that I have it available and ready to go. I have the last one you sent out. I just have to get the other.
Yeah, no, it's the same. The one I sent is actually at the end of the handout, so you can.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, I gather your interest in the equalized net grand list is because it helps fund the schools. They determine the education cost sharing. So there are ratios. Every time there's a sale in town, we code it, or this office codes it, and we send it to OPM. And there are, and the sales that are not coded with anything are considered valid, and they go into determining these ratios. And the school funding, what they use in that education cost sharing determination is a per capita income. So I don't have all the per capita stuff, but I can show that at the graph at the end of your the handout, where it just says list the town names and total net assessment. If you look at the highlighted one, you know, Ashford's very near the bottom of all the towns on an equalized basis, right? So that just means that, you know, it doesn't have a lot of property wealth, but it may have per income, I mean, per capita, it may be that is, you know, comparable to what they have in Bridgeport or something. So the equalized net grand list, so every time there's a sale that comes in, and along with being coded, there is, you take this ratio, and it's the assessment divided by the sale price, okay? And that is the sales ratio, and that's really what we're looking at. And when you get a revaluation, like this year, we are at 70%, and that is our ratio. And if you, in the handout, let's see, on that graph I sent you, if you look at the graph, we can see during the first year where it says reval 2016, the median sales ratio was 70.70. Do you see that? I hope. And as time goes on, that ratio goes down because property values go up and assessments are staying the same. So the ratio between assessment and sales price gets smaller. So reval puts it back at 70%. So meanwhile, all the towns in Connecticut have different schedules for when they do revaluations. So to get everybody on a comparable basis when they determine how to allocate the education grants, they equalize it. And all that is just saying, okay, we're going to take the sales from this certain year, and we're going to adjust that up so that it is basically equivalent to 70%. But it's I mean, yeah. And that's all that is. And so you have, you know, you're comparing apples to apples across the, you know, across the state. So the data they use is sort of old, so it's like a I don't know, it's some kind of, it's like a lagging indicator in that sense. So for the stuff that you were going to get for the education cost sharing that you're getting in the upcoming fiscal year 23, they used, it was based on the 2018 grand list and the sales that happened from 10/1/2018 to 9/30/2019. That is what they're using to determine your cost sharing, you know, the coming year. And that's all that is. So now what I did, so what every year OPM, Office of Policy and Management, sends us, you know, they look at our sales and they either agree with how we coded them or they don't. And they send us a, you know, something to look over, a draft, which I did, which is probably, I know that it was sent to, I believe, Judith Austin and, you know, at the first selectman. So all that number does is, if you, again, if it's in your handout towards the end, where it's showing the equalized grand lists of all the towns, it doesn't even change the place where Ashford is in line, whether it's 543 million or 545 million. you're still listed, it's like, I think a number 17, or maybe it's 14 from the top. And so just as a matter of keeping good records is why I looked at the sales and I said, no, these are the 2 sales. I thought they were valid and they should be used. So that had the effect of increasing the town's equalized grand list by $2 million. And just to give you an idea of sort of the, I mean, it's a method. It's probably not statistically the best thing, but when you look at the number of sales, which is also in your chart, under every year it says number of usable sales and the number of parcels in town. You know, this is like, you know, 1% or 1.5% of all properties in town. Their sale prices are used to determine this ratio. So that's how I would explain the equalized net grand list. I think in the past it was used for some of the pilot payments, but now I'm not sure how they're doing that. Yeah, so I think the biggest impact is when you get the equalized net grand list per capita. That's what they're looking at, among other things. So if anyone has any questions, I'd be happy to try to answer. Or yeah.
Thank you, Kara.
Judy,
Was it
I have
a-
I have a question if you don't mind, is Paul.
Yes.
Kara, so the only thing the equalized grand list is used for currently is, as far as we know, is the school grant, I can't think of it. The name of it. ECS grant.
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, you're right. It has been used for pilot money in the past. I don't know that the state's really given away any pilot money as of late, but.
Yeah, and I think they changed that. See now, and I'm not sure how this is going to change, but now the Ashford, they're doing all the school aid based on tiers, and Ashford is in tier 2. So I don't know what the machinations within those tiers are and how they determine the aid.
But this calculation and the equalized grand list has nothing to do with Linda Gagne and her tax collection and how that money is, like, for instance, I'm about to get my tax bill that from the for this year, and it has nothing to do with that. This is just for the state to use for their calculations.
Right, and when they, I mean, the only thing they will look at is the they use the current adjusted tax levy and the tax collection rate, but that is what it is. It has nothing to,
I just want to make sure I understand that, and I make sure that the other board members probably have the same question. I would think is that what this has to do with us, in the sense that it doesn't really impact how we determine the mill rate or how we determine or how Linda collects her taxes. It really has to do with how, in the big picture, come budget season, the state tells us how much money we're going to get from them for the education cost sharing program.
right.
So that's why this is important. It's just we don't have any real control over it other than the number they send us.
Right, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, I think, I mean, there may be something else, some other way that the education, I mean, that the ENGL is used, but I don't know of it. I mean, the big one is the education stuff.
Kara, do you know what time frame that they usually come up with the sum that they're going to give the towns? Like, is it a certain date or a certain time of year?
I think they said they come out with them. It's somewhere in I don't remember. I could look it up and get back to you.
Yeah,
I
if it
know.
was before our budget or after our budget or, you know,
Yeah, okay, I can find out.
okay, thank you.
I mean, I don't know if I can find out this second, but I will find out and get,
No, I don't expect you to, yeah, that's fine.
yeah. Because I
You can even
can't
send me an
get-
email if you want,
Okay. Sure thing.
and I'll share it.
All right.
Anybody else have questions? Geez, everybody's so quiet tonight. All right. Thank you so much, Kara.
You're
Good job.
welcome. Anytime.
Even though you had technical problems, still good
Yeah.
job.
Okay. Bye.
Take care. Okay.
Judy, I'm going to sign off.
Okay, Bill, thank you, and I hope you feel better.
Thank you. Have a good night, folks.
Night.
Yeah, Bill.
Okay, we're on agenda item 6C, action to correct previous motions regarding Keylock, Cato Rock property tax account suspensions.
All right. You ready for the explanation?
Go ahead.
Okay, so after we did that on the 26th and the minutes were published, a member of the town administrative staff noticed that the way the motion was written, or not even the motion, the actual motion was fine, but the explanation for the Cato Rock properties, pardon me, states 20 parcels. In reality, it's only 10 parcels, but it's 20 accounts. So what Linda had done was she just took an old motion, changed the numbers and the data, and nobody really realized it, including me, that I don't think anybody really noticed. So the concern was from the town that due to the fact that there's so many things associated with this property, that it get corrected so that it reflects the correct number of parcels and the correct number of accounts. So that's the reason that's on the agenda. If anybody has any questions, I don't know if I can even answer them, other than that's all I know. And then if you want, Judy, I will give you the motion. I'll make the motion and read it to you. So, and Valerie, if you want, I can type it out and send it to you. So you don't have to write it all down. So let me know when you're ready there, Madam Chair.
Go ahead.
All right, so I'll move to transfer to the suspense account the following accounts, which are deemed to be uncollectible per CGS section 12-165 as of May 26, 2002. And this motion is to correct a previous motion typographical error. 10 parcels totaling 20 accounts contaminated under EPA and DEEP liens totaling $32,858.94 acquired by the town of Ashford through tax sale. That's it.
Can you repeat that 32,000 what?
32,858.94.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
John,
Paul,
second.
Paul,
Yes, ma'am.
if that's all that needs to be changed, I can just change that and
Okay.
rewrite the whole thing as it is in the minutes, except for that change. I'll
That's
fix it.
fine. Yeah, that was the only thing. It just had to be, we had to split
All right.
the parcels to be 10 parcels, 20 accounts. That
Okay,
was the concern. So, okay, thank you, Valerie.
I believe I heard John second. Was that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, any discussion, guys? Nothing? All those in favor of the correction for the minutes?
Aye.
of the-
Aye.
Yeah,
Aye.
Aye.
Here's
Aye.
Raven.
I think he was
So we got
stirring some
everybody?
soup or
Aye.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's for dinner over there, buddy?
Spaghetti.
So we got everybody? As an aye,
Yeah,
motion passes.
yes.
All agree. Okay. We've got old business. Discussion of possible action regarding open space fund. Do we have anybody that have the information that we requested on?
I got nothing.
I didn't get anything either. Do we have any people from the public that could speak to it? Nobody. So maybe we will carry this forward to next week or the next
Next
meeting.
meeting, if you want,
Yeah.
that's okay with me. Do you want to send a note to
I know who you're talking about.
Conservation Commission? There we go. Loretta, there we go. I just couldn't spit it out. Reminding her that we had that we asked, or I asked specifically about that percentage.
Yes,
All right. So
I will. So that'll be my action and we'll see if she'll attend with the responses for the next meeting.
Okay.
And item 7B, the annual report update. Jesse is on vacation, so I don't expect him to respond or be on the phone. And Bill's not here, so those two items will be on the next meeting's agenda. Okay, it looks like we've gotten through. Oh, there was one thing I meant to mention to you guys in the beginning for the communications. I've been back and forth, kind of not exactly touching base to create a meeting yet. I'm hoping for tomorrow afternoon with the auditors. They have not scheduled us yet. But I spoke to one of the Kings, I forget which. Anyway, they're gonna give me a call tomorrow and see if we can set up a meeting to get the opening meeting going and get some kind of structure. So you guys know it's, you know, I am paying attention to that and I know it's gotta be done.
do you want to on the agenda for the next meeting, like an update on it or anything, or you
Yeah.
just want? Okay.
Yeah, that way it keeps it going and we can make sure we're on it. Kind of want to get that going as soon as possible, so that they have time. And he wasn't really concerned with not scheduling it yet. So I'm not. I mean, they know we've hired them, so they got to get the job done this year. So we just have to correlate when everybody's available. At least one person from each department to get it in motion. And as far as remarks for the good of the board, you guys were awful quiet tonight. I can't even say what I normally say about good discussion. You're all sleeping.
It's the middle. Look, we just passed the summer solstice. It's going to be 90 degrees tomorrow and nobody really wants to be here. Oh, sorry.
But we are really proud of you, Paul, for your new position. And like I said, I know you know the rules.
Yeah.
You've discussed it before.
I'll try to
so
behave. I'll
I'm
try.
not concerned. All right, Angie, it's your moment.
Motion to adjourn.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
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 Have a good night,
have a good
everybody.
evening.
Okay.
We'll see you at the next one.
All right.
Good night. Congrats,
Bye.
Paul.
Thanks, John.